Dear students, thank you for tuning in. This lesson is for English 808 for technical and vocational schools. It is Unit 6, Lesson 5, Adjective Clauses. In order for you to do the lesson well, you need the following. Number 1, project success 2 student's book. Number 2, a notebook or a piece of paper. 3, a pen or a pencil. Number 4, a dictionary. Lesson objectives. By the end of the lesson, you should be able to use adjective clauses in written sentences. So, what is an adjective clause? Let me give you an example. I picked up the papers. Now I would like to use an adjective clause to that. I picked up the papers that fell off the desk. Let me try another one. The book is very interesting. I would like to use the adjective clause. The book that he wrote is very interesting. Let's check a third example. The doctor is very nice. Use adjective clause. The doctor who works at the clinic is very nice. So, adjective clauses are used to describe a noun. Notice that papers, book, and doctor are nouns. In a sentence and give it more information. That fell off the desk is more information to papers. Also, that he wrote, more information to the book. Who works at the clinic, more information of the doctor. So, relative pronouns. We have a set of relative pronouns. For example, that, what, who, which, whom, whose, when, where, and why. But in this lesson, I'm not going to cover all of them, just 3 of them. That, who, and whom. All right. So, how to form the adjective clauses? So, we start with a subject. And then we add a relative pronoun, one of the 9 I showed you before. And then a verb, and then a complement, which completes the sentence. And then a verb and another complement. Notice that these brackets denote the relative, the adjective clause. So let's check. We have the subject like the pen, and then we jump to the verb is there. The pen is there is a perfect sentence, but I would like to add an optional adjective clause. So I use a relative pronoun. That. The pen that. Now I'm starting to describe the pen. I use a verb. The pen that fell off. But it's not a complete clause because I need a complement to that. I say, the pen that fell off the table is there. And with that, I have used a sentence plus an adjective clause within it. Let's check another example. The man. This is a subject. Is my friend. The man is my friend. I would like to further describe the man. So I use an adjective clause. I say, the man who. You see? That, we use it for things. And who, we use it for people. I say, the man who. The man who entered the room is my friend. All right, let's check a third example. The papers, a subject, are important. You see, papers is a plural. That is why I use are instead of is. Okay, let's add an adjective clause. The papers that is used for things. Okay, so I add a verb, were delivered. The papers that were delivered here are important. Okay, let's check a fourth example. The kids can stay. You see, I changed the verb to be, instead of is or are, I add a modal, which is can, plus the verb, can stay. The kids can stay. The kids who brought their jackets can stay. You see, who brought their jackets, this clause is describing kids. That is why we call it an adjective clause. All right, let's have a quick task. Fill in the gaps in the following, and you have a mark of 3. Number 1, the book, you have an empty gap, was open, is made of wood. Okay, you have to use a relative pronoun in this. Quickly do that in your notebook. You have 5 seconds. All right, let's check the answer. That. The book that was open is made of wood. Okay, let's have a quick question. The person, gap, just came here is my cousin. Use a relative pronoun. All right, let's check the answer. Who? The person who just came in or came here is my cousin. Third, the ladies passed by are fresh graduates. That is 5 seconds. Let's check. Who? The ladies who pass by are fresh graduates. It's very important to know the appropriate relative pronoun. Okay. Give yourself a mark of 3 and let's carry on. So, this time I'm going to introduce the adjective clauses, but pronouns as object. So, this is a different set of sentence. So, we start with the subject plus. This is optional. So, we use a relative pronoun plus another subject, okay, plus a verb, plus the complement, the completion of the sentence. And then I add a verb and a complement. Okay, let's check. So, subject is like a pen, the pen. The pen, verb is there. The pen is there. Now, I'm going to use adjective clause, but this time the relative pronoun should be as an object. Let's check. You see between brackets, it means it is optional. So that he pushed the table. The pen that he pushed off the table is there. The pen that he pushed off the table is there. And if we take out that, the pen he pushed off the table is there. You see? Both sentences are correct, with that or without that. Okay, let's check another one. Subject, the man. The man is my friend. I would like to use an adjective clause, but this time the relative pronoun should be an object. So I say, the man whom. We cannot say who. Who, if we use the adjective, the relative pronoun as a subject, we say who. But as an object, it should be whom. The man whom I let in the room is my friend, because I is the subject, okay? I let the man in. I let the man in. The man whom I let in the room is my friend. A third example, the papers are important. Use an adjective clause, this time relative pronouns as objects. That she delivered here. The papers that she delivered here are important. If we take out that, the papers she delivered here are important. Both sentences are correct. The kids can stay. We use whom instead of who. You brought the jackets. Now you brought the jackets, not the kids. Okay, the kids whom you brought their jackets can stay. The kids you brought their jackets can stay. Okay, so without them, all these sentences are correct. All right, let's jump to task 2. Question, write T if the sentence is correct or F if it's false. You have a mark of 3. Number 1. That is the bike that he brought today. Now, check if the sentence is correct, circle T. If it's false, circle F. Okay, let's check. 1, 2, 3. Correct. That is the bike that he brought today. That is the bike he brought today. Let's check number 2. These hats whom he purchased are nice. Is this sentence correct or false? Okay, let's check. False. Why is that? Because instead of whom is used for people who are objects. So these hats that he purchased are nice. Okay, third one. This is the book he read yesterday. True or false? Let's check.